closest friends will be the first and only people they tell sometimes. I think one of the saddest things that you guys tell me is not the things that have happened to you, but it's the things that you believe about yourself. When I hear you guys, even in person sometimes, when I read the words of you guys calling yourselves stupid or ugly or worthless, it's so hard to see that over and over and over. And I just feel so much for you guys. This is what we dedicate our career to at this point. We just want to pour into you guys and help you learn to empower yourselves. You don't need us to do that. We can't make you do that even. We're just trying to inspire you to do it for yourself. We didn't do it for you. Sometimes you guys credit us with so much stuff. We didn't do it. You guys did. And that's another thing that gets me. You won't even give yourself credit for getting through such dark times. You'll give it up to someone else. So what I want to talk to you guys about right now is changing the way that you see yourself, changing the way that you talk about yourself. When you guys were little kids, you were just like every other little kid. You were running around, you were excited, you were energetic, you were expressive, and you were full of hope, and you were excited about life. And then things start to happen to you. People do things to you, and sometimes things just happen by chance. And people tell you horrible things, and you tell yourself horrible things. And then we take all of the bad things and we replay them all day. All day. We have a special kind of bad set of things for different situations. When we fail, we have a special list of bad things we say to ourselves. When we look in the mirror, we have a special list of bad things we say to ourselves. When someone we have a crush on doesn't notice us, we have a special list of bad things we say to ourselves. I know that's the way that most people live, probably every person lives, but I want to change your mind today just in one thing. I want to change your mind that you don't have to do that anymore. I can't go in there and change every thought you have. I can't change any thought you have. Only you can do it. And you know what? Most people don't even believe they can. Most people, by the time they get to a certain age, they don't believe they can do much of anything. You can think you're incapable in some ways. Or maybe you're trying to cover things up and make things look perfect because you're too scared to express yourself or be vulnerable or look weak in front of other people. Whatever it is, I just want you to know you don't have to keep replaying those things over and over and over in your head. You don't have to hate yourself. And maybe you don't feel like you hate yourself. Maybe it's just you struggle with showing people your feelings. And you just want to smile all the time and say you're fine. You don't want to smile. You smile all the time, say you're fine, because you think it's not acceptable for you to look any other way. You don't want to burden anyone. You don't have to be like that anymore. I just want to convince you of one thing today, and that's that you will leave this concert and you'll decide that you want to change the way that you see yourself. You want to change the way that you love yourself. You want to change the way that you live, and that you can. It's so telling when I look in people's eyes in concerts and I'm saying something positive in a song and they look away or they just start crying because they're not used to hearing anything positive about themselves. That just kills me. But I want you to know you don't need to hear it from other people to turn things around. The only person it matters from truly is you, because if you don't believe it, everyone can say it to you, but you won't take in one word of it because you don't believe it. So you don't need 100 people telling you this. You just need yourself to believe it. And every time someone tells you the opposite, you don't believe it. That's the only thing you need to change. And I'm not saying it's easy, because it's not easy. But I'm saying it's possible. And I think we forgot that it's possible. I think we start to believe we're incapable, and hope is completely lost. The big thing that you guys have in common that I see in all the letters is that everyone has been through so much. Everyone has survived so much, especially people you would never guess. I'll see a very normal looking 15-year-old girl. Very normal, happy, great looking girl, and she looks like she has a great normal life. Then I'll read her letter backstage, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. You would never guess she goes through all of this stuff, or that she went through that. You cannot tell by looking at someone. You truly can't. Some people are just better at hiding it than others. But I want you to leave here today knowing it's possible for you to change the way that you see yourself, and for you to choose hope in your life. You to choose it. You don't have to wait around for someone to bring it to you, because like I said, no one can bring it to you. And you don't have to wait for someone to bring you self-love, because nobody can bring that to you. When you guys go out there in life and you put yourself out there, this is where the real test is going to happen. When you put yourself out there and you try, you're going to fail a lot of times. And you're going to be embarrassed, and people are going to insult you, and you're going to insult yourself. This is how life goes. It just goes like this. But the key is, you can't stay down. When you get knocked down, you have to pick yourself back up. You can sit there for a bit, and you can regroup, but you have to get back up. You have to get back up. A lot of you guys, you're down right now. You've been down for a while because life just won't stop bringing thing after thing after thing that you don't know how to deal with. But you know what? You're going to learn. You're going to grow. You're going to get stronger. You don't have to know how to deal with it. Nobody does, because we haven't lived a full life before. It's okay that you don't know how to deal with things. It's okay that you're inexperienced. It's okay that you feel weak sometimes. It's okay that you struggle with loving yourself. That's okay. That's the human experience. But the big key here is you can't live on the ground. You have to get back up. You have to get back up. And you have to show the world what you learned. And you have to share it with people. You can make it through so much more than you think. Something really hard can happen to you tomorrow, and you can make it through. I don't care how much you think you can't, you can. This song that we wrote is called You're Worth It. And I want you to take in every word. Forget about everyone around you. This is not about that. This is about your life right now. Take in all the words, and let's rewrite our self-talk tonight. Let's change the way we talk to ourselves, and let's make a promise.